The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money... Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the east. The spring thaw must be here. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. Grey sky like great battleships, cloud, humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you. Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of the ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet. The skyscrapers of La Delta. Will you ever go there? No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands. Urban coastline, rain dripping off Etonite covered roof. Coal city, end of all life. Your hair is an oily mess flecked. The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers. La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbor, cruise ships, Couron, the lower middle class. A silvery curtain of rain over that. You have never been there. They don't need the law east of the river. A traffic jam, rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches.
I have a brother in the cut. Where the wood at?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes. Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock. In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain. Capeside apartments. Hallways collapse from the mortarheads of a war that... The evening news. A yard. Rain falls onto the roof. Coalition-era statics hang like apparitions.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got a lot? A lot for the room, drinks, and broken window? Yes.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Hello again, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager.
You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw, somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I don't have money for you. Hello again, sweetie. Oh, sweetie,
You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw. Someone try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing.
Officer, get a hold of yourself, please.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you. Oh, I'm sure you would make a wonderful gigolo, dear.
She's not really lusting after those biceps, man. It's more like an...
Oh, no, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I...
Trying to sneak up on me. Come.
Logic error. She is not sleep.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think... Trying to sneak up on me again.
There must be another way into the building.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green. You knock silently.
I guess no one is in? Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not... I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of the... On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrart we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it. Yes, presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make...
The door is right here. You can just... Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door. The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your... In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp. You try to be as silent as you can. Finally, the door unlocks with a as you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around. It's an optical, atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric. A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning, a little ring. Though cheerful, the lieutenant picks up one of the mugs.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container, and now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some...
You could ask Everard who this person is, once you're done here. You see a young man on a balcony nursing a sick...
Not looking for any trouble, officer. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that...
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of...
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat. He keeps stealing looks at...
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. My name? My name is Martin Martinet.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme.
We will remove the body as soon as possible.
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular?
Last week? I don't know. Look,
You didn't answer the question.
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend? How intriguing. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
Trash?
Please don't go. I'll even...
Listen, I really have to go.
Ah, there it goes. Wait.
Good luck with the investigation.
The tear machine stands in the... Your bottles clunk into the machine, and do you know what you should do with that money?
Can I help you? Yes, have you got a lot for the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real. Yes. Another thing. Great. I love that. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so... Yes?
Hello again, sweetie. Oh, sweetie.
You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw. Somewhere under the bloated alcohol leg. Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a...
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn.
Wonderful. He has a...
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas-relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chip...
It's easy. You bring a valuable item to a pawnbroker, who then gives you money for it. Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a shack nestled against an old stone facade. That's the pawn shop. An old friend of my husband's goes there often. He says the owner is quite helpful.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
Oh, it's not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be. I hope you were able to pawn that old trinket. Oh, thank you, dear. I confess I am glad to see it again.
Even the lieutenant seems happy.
Now, what else, sweetie?
A sturdy metal door guards the... The door rattles against your knuckles. The door rattles again. But
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside. The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already told you. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there.
backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Are you trying to sneak?
Logic error. She...
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Then why are you sneaking up on me like that?
Hey, what's that noise down there?
You see a young man.
Not looking for any trouble, officer. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness,
Is it really that important?
like a nervous cat.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. My name?
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good.
We will remove the body as soon as possible.
Oh,
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
no, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this?
Last week? I don't know. Look,
A downy blanket of white.
You didn't answer the question.
it was my Sunday.
A Sunday friend. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette under the dull and darkening sky. The neighbor.
I'd even go.
We will remove.
Oh,
Wait, is someone else investigating?
no, not you.
And when did
Last week?
A downy blanket.
you didn't answer?
It was my.
A. He doesn't reply.
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and...
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry. Listen, I really have to.
Ah, there it goes.
Good luck with the investigation.
This must be it. The base, the leather up. In fact, you know.
I guess no one is in. Apparently, working with the local I mind that the local... On the other hand, yes, presenting...
The door. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door. You try to. Finally, this is the flag of river. This isn't just one sun. It's an optical atmospheric anomaly.
The tenant isn't...
The flag doesn't. A row of mugs sits a little ring. The lieutenant.
I'm beginning to feel better about...
Yes,
There's the missing tin soldier, and now
an interest. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
who knows? I'm not expecting...
You could ask Everard who this person is.
Hey, it's been a week and now they show up? I can't get involved in this.
There must be another way into the building.
So much for a quiet smoke. I knew I should have quit.
Yes? What do you want to know? Good.
Hey, what's that noise down there?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer. There's no trouble. I don't want to be seen talking.
Don't let him go. This
Is it really?
like a nerve.
Alright, but make it quick. Once I finish. My name?
Martin Martinez. Good local name. Let's go with that.
I'd even go.
We will remove the...
Oh,
Wait, is someone else
no.
And when?
Last week,
a Downey?
You didn't answer the...
it was my Sunday friend.
Hey, son. He doesn't reply. Gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent.
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his...
A stone, like any other, lying. There's a key beneath it, rusty.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building, we'll just have to go in and see.
That isn't just a 5 pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers.
I keep my armistice.
He doesn't actually reach for his gun. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th. Even today, half a century after, there's nothing at all yet, right?
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. Go ahead then.
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm no one. If you can call it living. I have a little room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard.
Oh, you'll find plenty of martins here. Don't you worry. Pea-brain, someone played a trick on you. Martinez.
Oops. You really didn't get the joke.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
Yes. I know who you mean. The school.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear it.
What's he in trouble for? Talk? He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those...
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony.
Ask away, the artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She leaves an old lady to her business. More.
She mumbles some kind of a response. A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Thus, a former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen. It's red from the cold. Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place. It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the wall. She had an eye for beauty. Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand. A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled them. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling, until it was destroyed. The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters of what didn't fall into the ocean was used as those arches acted as support for something great. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Underwater, iron helmets have sunk deep into the sand and the mud. Helmets, a fleet, the combined armies of Occident, and they massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water.
The coalition. But that was a long time ago.
He fears the discussion might lead to disagreements.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in...
The piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are. Yeah, I can see that.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock. You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present. The woman on the boat doesn't.
That Ozon her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore.
On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world. It's where they grow whores like her. And they're whoremen. Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
The lieutenant hates the woman.
That Ozon her. Someone's got to keep an...
Ozon.
It's where they grow... Pig's not half as dumb as he looks.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament as the manager. I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems... I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Good luck trying to use it. All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before you'll get... Not until you bring me the...
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use.
I really didn't want to resort to this.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio micro,
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back.
transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
It's not often that I see officers. What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light.
I haven't had any problems myself, though.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me
entertained. He might be high. If he is, on what? Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever, looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of...
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
I do my best to keep my distance from all...
No one likes to see. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her...
What? So, this is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Truth be told...
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the...
My apologies, officer.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the...
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They went their way. It was a...
Wait, then it might...
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Of course. Sure thing. Sure, man.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some?
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course. I meant no offense.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh, no. I don't like that. Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all. Anything else you're thinking of selling? I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Yes, officer. As you see, it was brought...
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 rand.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying.
There's also the matter of rewiring. But the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary, indoor...
The boomboxes on the shelf look well. One especially catches your eye. Deep, this is you. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welshie W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. If police work means playing tapes, sure, you can use it. Absolutely, I've tested each one myself with record.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back. Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Well? Great, thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If the electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for...
Yes? Yes? What do you want to know? Good. Yes?
This is the door to the room.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will, and unhealthy. I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over. Yes, it's been a long and eventful day. Well, we didn't really look, but we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. We're both doing our best under the circumstances. We conducted an interview. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. Well, we will have to work. Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief. You can look into the process of changing your name after we finished. We tried to interview the Weapons rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with...
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of... We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually... As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining... Yes, the last time was 4 years ago. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Courron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies. The coalition government and the RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain order. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Rebachol or the coalition government formed. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Morlinton leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it. The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They had been running this place after the revolution failed. There are a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run... What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just... Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love.
Something kind and something almost... something ominous. Something even a little feminine. But in a strict manner.
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject, the moral in turn are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And do you? In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely...
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string. From east to west, as the dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like... This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuraga's...
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would... Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
The bed is cold, and
The option to go to sleep becomes available every...
a mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. You see a heavy steel door with the cobalt blue. It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The door does not budge. A couple of indicator lights are missing from this. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. You pull the lever all the way up and nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust. The spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get it. Isn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning? You pull the lever, nothing happens. A spring brings the... Isn't there a sign over there? A lorry stuck in the traffic. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed.
Again. It was clear just an hour ago. I'm a Nighthawk.
She's still here because you're still here. All around you, rain falls on the great sea. The spring thaw must be here. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat. Grey sky like great bat. Humid, your coat shields. A traffic. The road ascends. A raised motorway. In the rain-swept distance, your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. A traffic.
Have a brother in the...
To be in mountain, standing in the rain. Your vision blurs. Behind the gates. You, on La Drusienne, Couron, a silvery curtain of rain over the houses. Coalition era statics hang like apparition. These spring thaw will not last. The winter will return to Revachol.
Can I help you?
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch, and then sleep doesn't come. And then sleep doesn't come. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillow, it barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep. And in
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Do you remember the warmth of her thighs? Between her legs and in her... That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. No, it's gone. You failed Elysium. Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface, you really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. But you're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pig.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. It's time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. You got up from this floor because of a holy vow you made 16 years ago. Don't be silly. There was no vow. You were high on speed. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half. Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man. See how...
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union must have turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's that one loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, which may, of course, all be wrong. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder? In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all.
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger, just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them.
Good. A power move. Purposefully. Yeah, streetwise. But aren't you curious to know what...
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I live...
Just a moment. And there's no public...
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear. Oh, please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too. The manager was vague about it. To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still... I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it.
You have more important things to worry about. Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist, but they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps.
The water lock, that was broken. Could this be it?
Oh, sweetie, Gary's as loyal as they come. Oh my, what happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful.
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the others...
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need, right?
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin. Well, his expression is slightly...
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need...
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you.
The lieutenant pulls out.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not. We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numeric via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into... We hit it off and, well...
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, yes.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts...
That's one opinion, yeah.
My apologies, ma'am.
It's not a hobby, dear. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless. And frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in support.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
He nods. Cryptids, cryptids. Ooh, tough choice there.
The gnome of Jeroma. Oh, it is. None of his victims survived. Grief and It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods, and it still took the gnome of Jeroma.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations?
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
I understand your skepticism, but that's what happens with things that are rare and stand out. Their disappearances. Of course, dear.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but...
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time and yours?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. He looks up at you. Shrugging is an international sign for